You're tuning in to Rocker's Edge Radio. I'm Dilly Briggs, your rock sister host, and today we have something a little different for you. Instead of bringing a regular music mix show or an interview, today we are going to bring you the NAMM 2022 experience. That's right, baby. NAMM was back this year, and I was able to attend and bring you some awesome footage and some interview clips from some amazing artists.
Oh, yeah!
And this year's NAMM experience had a completely different buzz about it than usual. I mean, perhaps it was the anxiousness in the air of being the first time back since COVID shut down and being held in June instead of January, or wondering how crazy busy it was going to get. I mean, either way, that anxiousness for many was excitement. I mean, at least I know it was for me, and pretty much everyone else that I spoke with as well. And though this year's NAMM was not as crazy, as normal NAMMs, there were still many massed together at the Anaheim Convention Center in Anaheim, California, for this 3-day musically mastered excursion, and we're ecstatic for its return. Signing booths were lined with rockers waiting to be able to see and speak with some of their favorite artists. Live interviews with Q&A from audiences had filled seats with willing participants. Jam sessions had crowds around them. And of course, you know me, I definitely got some footage of some of those jam sessions for you. But, retailers, distributors, manufacturers, and just people who pretty much share the love of continuing the importance of the art of music is what NAMM brings together for all. And honestly, many do travel far and wide for this occasion. And as it's held in downtown Anaheim by Disneyland, hotels fill up fast, traffic gets thicker, the economy gets better. Showing music is the universal language in the truest aspect of forms. Because when people converge on something like as what NAMM brings, it gives opportunities for bands and fans alike to be able to have that, that same down-to-earth feel, be on the same wavelength. It gives way for all to be able to connect by conversing through music with a real human touch and take on the whole experience.
I love you.
I love you too, music. And speaking of which, we're going to play you a little something to get you in a rockin' mood before we get into those little interview clips. So, let's see what we're going to pick. Oh, time's up. Well, how about a little B.B. King and Eric Clapton? Here's Blues Power. That's this Rockin' Flowers pick. Thanks for tuning in to Rocker's Edge Radio's NAMM 2022 Experience Review. Mwah.
Bet you didn't think I knew how to rock and roll. Lord, I got the boogie woogie right down in my very soul. There ain't no need for me to be your flower, 'cause now I'm living on blues power. I knew all the time, but now I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna keep on rocking, no matter if it fast or slow. Ain't gonna stop until the 25th hour, 'cause now I'm living on blues power. Think I knew how to rock and roll. Now I got
Yeah, and I hope that got you rocking. I know I was rocking over here myself. So whether you're at home, at work, or chilling out with friends, I hope you are kicking back and enjoying this show with me and enjoying everything that we have to bring about NAMM 2022 and all the little artist clips that we have for you. Now, I'm going to kind of read down the list because I don't want to forget anybody. Because I actually ran into quite a number of people while I was there over the days. And you know what was really cool is that I had a lot of people call out my name and, turn around. It's like they recognize me. And honestly, it's the hair. I know it's the hair because it's the blonde and the blue. Everybody says, they see me in the shows because they see the blonde and blue flying around and stuff. So I think that was really cool because, if not, there would have been some artists I might have missed, like the one I'm about to talk to right now, or about to talk about right now, actually. We got an interview clip from Gabriel the Gun, and he is the original trumpet player, co-founder of OC famed No Doubt. Now, no doubt you know who No Doubt is, okay? Everybody knows who No Doubt is, especially if you grew up anywhere in the OC LA area. Immediately, you know who they are. They're OC famed. OC, I love the music here. And yeah, so I was like chilling out, walking around, getting footage and everything. And I hear someone, yell my name. They're Dilly. And I turn around and there's Gabriel the Gun. And I was like, oh, wow. It was so great to see him in person. We've been Facebook friends for a while, and it was really nice to be able to converse with him for a little bit. And he had introduced me to his business partner, Mel Scott Music, because right now they have a new compilation together. They have a new 2-horn piece band, and together they are Death by Voodoo. Check out the little clip I got with them. And also stay tuned further, down the line, not right now, because we're going to have a full interview with them as well.
Oh, that's a video. That's a video. Hold on, but that's even better.
People, Gabriel the Gun, Melly Mel. We got a 2-piece group, Death by Voodoo, 2 horns, a bunch of synthesizers, atmospheric ambient music to soothe the soul. Loaded with sin, baby.
And soon you'll hear them on Rockers Edge Radio.
Word.
And again, that was Gabriel the Gun, trumpet player, co-founder of No Doubt, along with Mel Scott Music, and now together, Death by Voodoo. But again, you're going to have to tune back in to find out when that interview is going to go down. But we'll take care of that soon. And now next up, we have someone that I know you're going to know and love. All metalheads do. We got Neil Turbin. That's right. We got a little clip of Neil Turbin along with a little jam session that he gave for everybody. Neil Turbin, vocalist for Death Riders, also of the Metal Voice, and you all know him as the original voice of Anthrax. That's right. He was awesome because I came along there. He was already in the middle of a jam session, so I was able to get some footage of that for you, which was really cool, And then he also introduced me to another artist that he was actually jamming out there with, and that is Eric Steckel. So we've got a little video clip of both Neil Turbin and Eric Steckel for you. So we'll just go ahead and play that back to back for you. Here on Rockers Edge Radio's NAMM 2022 Audio Review. I'm Dilly Briggs, your rockin' sister host, saying thanks so much for rocking your time with me.
On behalf of the flight crew, thank you for flying with us and have a pleasant day.
So I'm here with Neil Turbin at NAMM 2022, and he was just jamming out.
What's happening?
Soon we're going to have an interview on Rockers Edge Radio with him.
How you guys doing?
Doing great. How are you doing?
Groovy.
I heard you're playing tonight.
That's true. Where'd you hear that from?
A little mousy.
A little birdie?
Little birdie told me.
A little birdie that said, "What?"
Yes. So where are you going to be playing?
Marriott, Anaheim Marriott with Larry Mitchell.
Nice, really nice. You heard that here on Rockers Edge Radio.
Be there.
That's right. Be there, and then stay tuned for a future interview.
Kill it. Dilly rocks. What?
Yeah. And so I'm Dilly with the Dilly News Rock Show, Rockers Edge Radio,
cool,
and
okay.
Neil just told me that you're like an awesome person to talk to.
Okay.
And I did get a little footage of you playing.
Oh, cool.
Tell us a
Okay.
little bit about you.
So, my name is Eric Steckel. I got my start in the business with John Mayo and the Blues Breakers when I was just a little kid, 12 years old. You can see the video on YouTube of me up touring with him as a young kid. Went solo when I was 14. I'm 31 now. I've been doing it ever since. 11 albums, toured in 32 countries, signature gear. This is the Cliff Notes version of my career, but yeah, I'm very lucky. I've been doing it my whole life, and no slowing down now. So
That's awesome. Well, I'm really happy to meet you.
Thank you.
That's the cool thing about NAMM is that, you know, you can meet a lot of different artists that you haven't been able to meet before, you
Absolutely.
know, and it makes it a little more personable. So that's really cool.
Absolutely, yeah.
And again,
yeah.
it was Neil Turbin who recommended that I speak with you. So
Perfect.
I was perfect. And he was
Perfect.
playing here with Neil just a few minutes ago. I got footage,
That's
and
true.
that footage will go up.
All right.
All
Beautiful.
right. Thank you so much for talking to me.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And now we've played a few of the little interview clips that I managed to get at the NAMM 2022 Anaheim Convention Center event. And we're going to go ahead and play some music, though, in between, kind of like mix it up a little bit because we do have some more interview clips for you. And we also have a little full interview with Brownie from the Alley, actor George Brown. He's a little, you know, jack of all trades in the movie and music industry. And he's had a lucrative career. Many do know him as Brownie from the Alley. And we're going to play that next. But we're going to play a little music for you first. But thanks for rocking it with me here at our NAMM 2022 audio review on Rockers Edge Radio.
I like what you do and I like what you keep doing. Your eyes look mighty fine, I really think I'm losing it. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Pretty boy, don't be shy like all your bad ideas. Ain't this a nice surprise to find a man so dear? Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Say you'll be my baby and I'll be your girl, and you can have this heart of mine, 'cause I would walk 1,000 miles just to make you smile. You taste like sugar mints and cigarettes and beer. I used to hate this town, but I'll stay because you're here. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. All them skinny girls are bitter and reserved. If you want a loud love, then I'm just what you deserve. Oh, oh, oh.
I had a chance to interview the legendary George Brown, Brownie from the Alley as he's known to many, a jack of all trades in the movie and music industry.
You're listening to Dilly Briggs on Rockers Edge Radio on the Dilly News Rock Show. I'm here at NAMM, and I have the privilege of speaking with legendary Brownie from the Alley, which many of you already know. He has also had a lucrative career in the industry, in the movie industry with Warner Brothers, appeared in a lot of movies alongside with Cheech and Chong and Clint Eastwood. And then down the line, he became part of the Soho family with the Alley music venue, the famous Alley in Soho, California. So, Brownie, tell us about what you're doing here and tell us a little bit about your career.
Well, I started in 1955 in the music business. I used to write songs up and down Tin Pan Alley in New York City in front of the 1619 Brill Building, Jack Dempsey. And I used to hang out with Bobby Darin, Connie Francis, Jimmy Bowen, Buddy Knox, and many, many artists. And then I became real good buddies with Eddie Rabbitt, and he was a country western singer, and a guy by the name of Harold Bailey. And it went on, and then in 1957, I hit a record with 20th Century Fox called Dolly and Must Have Let Her Know. And then a couple of records before that, I had a record with, I was in the U.S. Army, and I did a thing, an old Shenandoah song, and Joy Music put the record out called Away, I'm Bound Away, and you could still play it on the damn internet now. It's a famous song about an Indian lady, and Shenandoah, it's a famous country song. And it goes on and on and on, but I was also had to have a day job, so I learned how to be a recording engineer. But I also was dabbling into the movie industry.
Yes, tell us about that.
The first movie I ever worked on, and I was a trainee for the 52 local out of New York City, and the movie was On the Waterfront with Marlon Brando.
Nice.
And I was only 17 years old, and I went with two gentlemen that were 52 local union members, movie grips. They took me along as a trainee, and the first day was on the waterfront with doing a gang fight on, I guess it was 20 degrees below zero.
Oh, wow.
And that was my introduction to the movie industry. But I learned what a camera was, I learned what a rack over camera was, and I met Sal Bidwell, Eli Kazan, and then it started and went from there. Then from there I went to Everglades City, Everglades, Florida, and worked on another movie called Winds Across the Everglades, and I was 19 years then, just before I got involved in the movie, in the military, because I was drafted, and I worked on it and learned to fertilize and play guitar with fertilize on the movie, and I was brought down as a best boy in a motel for the movie grips, because at night they used to drink a lot and I cleaned up after them. And then I had to go to work go work with them the next day, and I met Eli Kazan and Nicholas Ray wanted to take me back to Hollywood and become an actor, and Christopher Plummer wanted me to do it so much. He says, don't waste your time with the music, go be an actor. I never took your advice up, and I went back to New Jersey, and that's why I got back into the movie business. So, and at 85, I'm here after 135 movies I worked on.
Wow.
Some of the biggest ones too. Like Spielberg, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, E.T., Big Seamus, Little Seamus, a lot of movies. A lot of movies.
Tell us about the scene that got cut from the Cheech and Chong.
Oh yeah, the Cheech and Chong. Yeah, that was one of my last. I was a video assist on that movie from the day it started to the day it ended. But Tommy Chong heard me play guitar one time on a lunch hour, and Cheech Marin came over and said, "Hey man, you play the guitar pretty good, man." And then Tommy said, "Yeah, you want to be in a movie?" I said, "What do you mean, man? I'm a technician. I can't be in a movie." He said, "Well, I wrote a movie part for you. Your name is Waylon Louder." I said, "Who?" "Waylon Louder." And they did 28 minutes, 2 days, 2 weeks of shooting, spent $800 and some thousand on me, and I wrote the song, What Am I Gonna Do With Me Tonight, for the movie, and they cut it all out, 28 minutes, because of one thing. Some guy said, I wrote the song, recorded it, rehearsed the group. I had a 17-piece country western band, with harmonica players and fiddles and everything, and we shot on the back lot and everything. Guess what? They cut it out because of one guy said he wrote the song, and that was the end of the whole thing.
Wow, so just from one claim. That's crazy.
Yeah, Stacy Keach told me, he says, how do you feel getting cut out on the editing floor? I said, there's nothing new. I didn't never thought it was going to happen anyway, but I played the game.
Right? It was a surprise, but it was still cool, you know,
Yeah.
something. It was a
And
really
I
cool
made-
experience.
I made a lot of money.
Right?
You know, and froze my rear end off in a trailer at night. And they had over 1,600 people in the background with my band, and I have the original video recordings of it.
Nice, very nice. That's so awesome.
Yeah, and that song is still today would be a hit. What am I going to do with me tonight?
Nice, nice. Well, now see, we're gonna have to look that up just to see, you know, we could hear it and see what's out there now.
I have the masters if you want a copy of it.
Oh, I would love it. Are you kidding? That would be awesome.
Yeah, I can give you the master. I have it.
Yeah, I'll play it on Rockers Edge Radio too, and we'll play it on Chaotic. Hell yeah.
I'll send it to you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then later down the line, you became part of the Alley, the famous Alley music venue in Soho, California, where a lot of major bands and performers all started there. It was like an underground scene, you know, so that they had privacy away from the public eye. But it was at a Rock Against Trafficking event, the red carpet event that was held there, that I was asked to cover. And that's where I got to meet Brownie and find out so much about him. And I thought he was just a cool person. I love the way you tell stories. And, you know, and it was a real pleasure to meet you because I feel you're a legend in the industry, you know, and more people should know about that, you know.
That's where I met Annabelle. That's how I met Annabelle.
Yes, and thank you so much, Annabelle, for setting up this interview for us, you know. So we were talking, again, we're at NAMM 2022. It's finally open. It's been a number of years. So it's really great to be able to see who comes out. And I was so happy that she said, Brownie's going to be there. Do you want to interview him? I said, oh, yes, please. So thank you so much, Annabelle. This was awesome.
Yeah, it's the first time I've been here.
Is it?
Yeah, I've never been to the NAMM.
Oh.
I've been to the NAB show for years because I was a video technician. But Annabelle invited me down. It's the first time I've ever been to Anaheim, this NAMM show. And it's big.
Yeah, and actually it's not as crowded as it normally is, but because it's not usually in June.
There's only one disappointment.
What's that?
There's no Gibson, and there's no Fender,
that's
and there's
right.
no Gretsch.
Now, what's up with
And
that, right?
We've asked 10 people, and they can't understand it.
Might
Why
have to
there
do with the
is-
summer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll take care of it then. And then, you know what? You just let me know, and anything you do, we'll come out and we'll cover it, and we'll put it up on the show page and, you know, get some more views on that
We'll
for
get
you so
the
people can
song.
know about
I'll
it.
get you a copy. And we have old songs too that are still, you can still call them up on the internet. And Annabelle can give you the names of those too.
Awesome. We'll definitely do that. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me, Brownie. We had to find each other. We lost each other a couple of times here because it is pretty big here. We even passed each other and didn't even realize it while we were looking for each other.
Well, I was looking for a little lady that had beautiful blue, gray, and but
Multicolor hair.
Well, we missed ourselves so much because I'm not blue and gray, and Steve's too high to recognize anything. So everything, that's how we missed. But the NAMM show is a large show.
It is, and it's a 3-day show. I was here yesterday and today. Will you be coming back tomorrow? Because there's one more day left.
I'm not sure what we're going to do. We might go skiing.
Oh, that'd be fun. Well, thank you so much once again, for talking to me, Brownie. This is Dilly from Dilly News Rock Show and Rockers Edge
Most
Radio,
welcome.
and also on Chaotic Radio. So we're going to put this audio up on Rockers Edge, and we're going to put the visual up on the Chaotic Radio YouTube. Thank you so much. You rock.
You have a good day.
You too. Like that. So once again, NAMM 2022 with Brownie from the Alley.
How you doing?
Thank you so much. This was rock.
You're most welcome.
Well, they say it's kind of frightening how this younger generation swings. You know, it's more than just some new sensation. uptight with who he meets, and he's unemployed. Ow! In the cradle, we'll ride. In the cradle will ride. And I say, rock on. I say, rock on. Have you seen Junior's grades? And when some local kid gets down, they try and jump him out of town. They say you put a piece faked you, boy, faked you, boy. And so an early age he hits the street, winds up tied with who he meets, and he's unemployed. His folks are overjoyed. In the cradle, we'll ride. Yes, the cradle will ride. I say, rock on. Hey, rock on. Rock on. Rock on. Rock on. Sing me with a new bitch. Rock on. I said, rock on. Rock on.
I'm Dilly from Rockers Edge Radio and on Dilly News Rock Show, and I'm here at NAMM 2022 with Sergio Michel, guitarist extraordinaire.
Woo!
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, Dilly?
Great. Now, we have interviewed him before, and we do have his music, Tropical Depression, playing on Rockers Edge Radio, but he's got some new stuff going on. Tell us about it.
Well, we're recording a new album, and since COVID went ahead and stopped everything in its tracks, Tropical Depression actually has longer shelf life. So we were about to do a documentary about everything leading up to the album, because it is a concept album about the modern world. I said, why don't we just do a whole documentary film leading up to this new album with Tropical Depression coming through. As you know, Rob Tucker from Jason Newsted's Chop House Band did the drums on Tropical Depression, and there's a whole other slew and plethora of very interesting factoids that you might want to know about how that album came to be. And I was going to put it on film, but I said, hey, why don't we just do a whole career retrospective, introspective, future kind of thing going on, and that's what's going to happen. So stay tuned, kids, and listen to Rockers Edge Radio.
That's right. Check him out.
And guess who else I ran into? That's right, Brent Wright of Foo Fighters, SoCal's #1 Foo Fighters tribute band. And here's what he had to say at NAMM 2022.
I just ran into Brett here from the Foo Fighters with him and his son at NAMM 2022. So tell us what you have going on.
Hello, everybody. We, the Foo Fighters, have been extremely busy. We're getting ready to go on a 5-state tour all the way across the United States and back. We just played a sold-out show last night with No Duh at the Belly Up Tavern. Fantastic show, very emotional. We did a special tribute to Taylor Hawkins, and literally people were weeping and very emotional, but at the end we turned it into a celebration. It was just a great rock show.
Nice, really nice. And if you've never seen them, you definitely have to come out and check them out. I've seen them I don't know how many times. I've taken my whole family to see them a number of times. I absolutely love them, and I was happy to run into you today.
All right.
Are you enjoying them?
Peace, love, rock.
Yeah, it's fun.
Different this year, huh?
Yeah,
Yes.
a lot less crowded.
I think it's better.
It's kind of nice.
I think it's better. It's almost rolling the clock back to how it was 10 or 15 years ago when I used to come, and you could actually talk to people, meet people, walk up. And the fact that it's in June, I think, is a little different. We got so used to coming in January.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing in 2023 they're going to get back to doing it in January.
Right.
So it's still fun. It's great out here. Great weather.
Oh yeah, and then you get to see a lot of people. You know, we're just always running into everybody, so that's always fun too to see who you're going to run into also that day, like today.
Exactly.
All right, well, thanks so much for talking to me.
All right.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right.
And now this.
Dad is flown across the ocean, leaving just a memory. A snapshot in the family album. Daddy, what else did you leave for me? Daddy, what you leave behind for me? All in all, it was just a break in the wall. All in all, it was all just bricks in the wall. We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone.
Yeah, and once again, you're tuning in to Rocker's Edge Radio's 2022 NAMM Experience Audio Review. I'm Dilly Briggs, your rockin' sister host, saying thanks so much for tuning in and rocking it with me here as I kind of give you a little recap of everything that went down for our experience for NAMM this year.
Are you there?
So I got to see a number of artists, including Randy Lee, vocalist of Through the Oculus.
Randy from Through the Oculus. Here at NAMM. Yeah.
Get down here, you're missing out.
Yeah.
So as you can see, I was really excited to be able to attend NAMM and just bring you back whatever little bonus footages that I can, because I know not everyone was able to attend. And honestly, I felt very lucky to be able to go this year and that it was even back. So not only did I get little audio clips with different artists, I was able to get a footage of a special book signing of Immortal Access. Oh my God, this book is just amazing. It is a big hardcover book with a big sugar skull on the front of it, and it is a beautifully photography documented book of the most amazing guitars of our legendary musical guitarists in our music history. I've been reading through it since I got it at NAMM. It's very hard for me to put down. It is just absolutely amazing. You have to check it out, Immortal Access. And, for this booth, it had special musical guests. Pearl Thompson of The Cure, Plant, Page, Gonjasufi. I'm sure I probably pronounced that wrong. It also had David Ellefson of Megadeth, The Lucid, and Metal Allegiance. And this booth was hosted by famed photographer-author Lisa S. Johnson of Immortal Access, along with Lon M. Friend of Rip Magazine, who I'm sure many of you already know, and Heidi Howland, who were just absolutely marvelous to myself and just everybody that came by. They just really seemed to take their time with speaking with people, signing the book, and taking pictures with fans with seemingly mutual respect. And as I too respectfully waited my turn while getting footage for those unable to attend, I could feel the eagerness in the air from people just waiting to converse with their favorite iconic artist, and for me, that just enforced the importance of these events. As a fan myself, I always say that people need this type of artistry outlet that triggers the mind and body and soul to release life stress, because we all deal with that in one way or another, right? But to see it resonate with so many from all walks of life shows that this camaraderie experience, what it brings about, and how for many it keeps that human spirit alive. Now, as proof, I was honored with a little special impromptu on-camera story by none other than Lisa S. Johnson, the photography author of Immortal Access, about band Keel lead guitarist Mark Ferrari, who also happened to write a children's book for his daughter called Don't Dilly-Dally, Silly Sally, since she saw my name Dilly on my name badge, and it triggered this lovely recant. And honestly, I was honored for the story because, as it happens, I have 3 children's books published for my daughter. So this really struck a chord with me. And again, it's all brought about through the musical connection that otherwise I may have never known about, nor possibly you. But now we do. So make sure to go check out that book, Don't Dilly-Dally, Silly Sally, by Mark Ferrari. And you heard it here on Rocker's Edge Radio's 2022 NAMM Review. And also, this was just something that I was really happy to be able to bring for everybody because, again, I was so excited to attend. And for many in the musical community, whether performing or attending or providing for either, NAMM is something to look forward to, not just for the newest up-to-date equipment, instruments, or information, but also for that camaraderie of the entertainment nightlife. Because once the daily doors close for business, the nightlife doors open and the real NAMM fun begins.
At this time, I'm going to ask you to fasten your seatbelts.
Now, I will have to say that at the end of the day, I did go home so I can change into some of my fancy clothes, and I did run back, because the Marriott and the Hilton hotels, being across from one another and at the end of the convention center where NAMM goers filled into audiences, had many talented Grammy winners performing on their stages. At a midnight showcasing with Grammy winner Larry Mitchell and friends, consisting of Neil Turbin, Thomas Blug, Jeff Eason, Charlie Lorme, and gold record songwriter-songstress Ronnie Lee, took center stage at the Anaheim Marriott and lit up the night with everyone around them with soul-reaching sounds and body-swaying vibes. It was just a musical night. Here is where bands and fans mingled as one audience for all. And though we may dance to our own different individual beats, music brings us all together for the sole purpose of making us feel good and releasing the bad for the time being. As mental experts have expressed, that listening to any type of music opens the synapse in the brain and allows for that fluency connection and that all over good feeling that we all just love, right? And that, my rocker friends, was the NAMM 2022 experience. Now, we are going to end with another little thing here. I'm going to show the footage that we have from Lisa S. Johnson signing the books for us and giving us that little recant story. And we also have a jam session by Night Sword from Johnny Blade and C.L. Sador.
Signing it. Awesome.
Okay.
So, to Dilly.
To Dilly, all right?
Yes.
Dilly. Don't be silly, it's for Dilly.
Nice. We're here at NAMM and getting a book signing.
Funny, Soto is just hold on.
We're going to get everybody to sign it. Thank you. Dilly, yes, please.
Everybody.
Dilly.
366.
I'm recording everything on the book signing because we're doing a recap. I'm covering for Inside the Orange Curtain and Rockers Edge Radio. So we'll put all the little recap up on that too. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. I was saying, wash it's frizzy now.
What page?
Whatever page you want.
336.
366. 362. What page? What page?
336. I wrote it down there.
336. Communicates with the card. I like that. It's evidence. Thank you for spotting that. It's like from modern times. Like the Charlie Chaplin. Not this one.
I want to take that to Lisa as well.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And now I want to take a picture with everybody if I could.
Yeah, sorry. That's a good spot. This is right off 215. This is Summerlin Parkway. My house. Here's my exit, Far Hills. Hey, neighbors. Yeah. Are you moving to Vegas?
Yeah, I was just.
Hi, I'm recording it all. So I'm going to put footage up on Rockers Edge Radio and Inside the Orange Curtain. All the little clips I get. So,
Am I signing to Vegas?
Dilly, yeah, to Dilly. Dilly.
Okay, I have to tell you a story. I'm not. I was.
Okay, I'd love to hear it.
So when you pull into Vegas, there's that Sloan exit before Vegas. I'm the next one. I'm your first exit into town. Way on the south.
So you're not having to deal with like Vegas.
Never. Well, she doesn't either.
And so when is the season? I mean, I'm wondering.
Like touristy?
Like what?
Summer or summer?
Well, what I'm asking, why I'm asking kind of what do you do?
Hey, Dilly, let's rock, sister.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. That's awesome. Love it.
So in my book is a guitar player called Mark Ferrari, and he was the lead guitar player for the band Keel.
Nice.
With the hit song "You've Got the Right to Rock," and this is his 1968 Gibson Les Paul, and this is the 1968 Penny that he keeps in his case for Mojo. also is a writer, and he was one of the first artists to license his music to be filmed and television. He's got a whole catalog that he sold to Universal Music.
Nice.
And so he started a publishing company, but he also, he wrote a book kind of for his daughter, and he called it "Don't Dilly Dally, Miss Sally." Don't dilly dally, Miss Sally. And it's a really cute book to try to remind his daughter that she has to move and move forward and keep going and not be always lagging behind. And it's a really great message from somebody who's a real pioneer in the music industry, who's worked really hard, he was an industry visionary really to license his music at the time in the 80s. He's one of the first to do it. And be able to still be making really good money today from a band that was in the 80s, that's not really touring so much anymore. And to kind of pivot into writing children's books and books that are helpful for artists. So with your name, Dilly Briggs, I just had to tell you that story. Don't dilly dally, Miss Briggs.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to. Oh my god, I have to go get that book now myself, because you know what? I actually have 3 children's books published and stuff like that too. So I mean, that's a huge inspiration, to other people as well, and that's fantastic. I love it. Thank you so much for telling me that story too. That is so cool.
Story today to give you inspiration. You see how Mark Ferrari just keeps inspiring?
Right, awesome. And I have to go buy the book, so now even that I'll post about it too. So that book even will keep going as well. More publicity even on that, right? Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate all this. But I am this is going to be on Inside the Orange Curtain and Rockers Edge Radio on my show, The Dilly News Rock Show. So thank you. You guys rock. This is awesome.
And now that jam session by Night Sword. Here's a little shredding for you from NAMM 2022. Yeah. And again, my rocker friends, that was a jam session from Night Sword with Johnny Blade and C.L. Sador. Hope I said it right. I'm Dilly Briggs, and that was our NAMM 2022 Rockin' Experience audio review. And don't forget, rock back for more. And that was the Dilly News Rock Show on location review. I'm Dilly Briggs, your crazy Rocker's Edge radio host, chaotic radio show host, and review writer for Inside the Orange Curtain music media site. Thank you so much also to Rock and Roll Olivia from the Rock and Rag magazine and Gold Record songwriter-songstress Ronnie Lee for arranging the pre-NAMM red carpet event with many of the recording artists that performed at NAMM 2022 as well. Have a rockin' day, my friends, and don't forget, I will see you again here on Rocker's Edge Radio.
I'm here with Olivia at NAMM 2022.
Hey, Rock and Roll Olivia here.
That's right.
We're having a blast, huh?
Yes, and she's the one who put on the red carpet event at the Anaheim Garden Walk on Thursday. All right. Make sure to catch all her interviews and everything she's got coming out.
Thank you so much, Dilly.
Ship to the bottom like a stone.